Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Mind Reprogrammer. Today's topic is an interesting one because it's one I've been pondering about for a while. Do I make a video about this topic or not? And the topic is how to get anything from the universe, how to get anything from life, how to get anything from God. Now, before I go down into breaking this video, I'm going to make a disclaimer, as they say, that these steps that I'm talking about is about how to get things that will be for your greatest development. And when I say greatest development, what I mean by that is this is how to get anything that's in alignment with your soul, your spirit, or your true self. This technique will not work for the ego. So if we're trying to get you a new massive BMW, Mercedes-Benz or a jet or a limo, turn off the video. If it's not for your highest good, it's not going to work. But if this is for getting something that comes from the depth of your heart, then stay with me. So first things first. When you want to get something from the universe, when you want to get something from life, the most important thing that you need to be thinking of is this word called alignment. Now, when I use the word alignment, what I mean is your connection with that part of you or that thing, which we call the creator, your relationship with it. How aligned are you with it? You see, when you want something in life, when you want something from anybody, there needs to be, first of all, what you call a relationship. You can't just go to a stranger and say, oh, stranger, give me £1 million. It don't work like that. Same way, if you're going to ask the creator for something, is there a relationship between you and what you're asking for? Is there a relationship between you and the creator? And the maddest thing about it, when I speak about this relationship, is are you aware of, first of all, that there is a creator? Next of all, do you have a deep connection with the creator? Now, I have said this 1,000,000 times, and I'm going to keep saying it till my face goes blue, which it can. So it means I'm going to keep on saying it. The one way I have discovered so far how to develop a relationship with myself and that part of me that is a cell of the universe is through what we call, let me guess, say it with me, meditation. When you want to begin to develop a relationship to get anything you want from life, you have to first of all know that life exists inside of you. If you do not have a connection with your true self, with your spirit, with your soul, every time you ask for something, it's only becoming from your head rather than your heart. You see, you need to understand that when you want something from somebody, you need to have a relationship with them. You need to know how you're going to approach them. You need to know the way that things work. You see, by being in alignment to the source of your being, by being in alignment to the creator, it opens doors for you to get anything you want. So step one, to get anything from the universe, alignment. So that means that find a practice that you can begin to develop that will allow you to begin to know yourself in a deeper way. Because by knowing yourself, you can begin to grasp how creation works, how the universe works. Beautiful. Next step, forgetting what you want from the universe. Number 2, gratitude. Now, we've all heard about being grateful, and it's a bit cliche for me to use gratitude as a way to get what you want, but I'm going to talk about gratitude not from the state of being grateful, but being in a state of gratitude. So if we look at creation in multiple layers of life, multiple octaves and tones, when you want to get to a higher tone, which I will class as being in a state of gratitude, being in a state of thanksgiving, you start to come into what we call receptivity with life itself. You see, when you ask for something and you have an awareness that it is so and it is possible, it means that when you're asking for what you want, it's definitely going to have to come because you're in a state of gratitude. So I don't mean like, oh, I want a big house. So you're sitting down every day, you're like, I'm so grateful for my house. No. I'm talking about being grateful for where you are right now, because you know that by being in a state of gratitude right now, you're opening the doors for other things to come into your life. So it's understanding that gratitude is a state of being. So when I say state of being, let me explain it for you again. When you're happy and you feel happy, when you're going out in the road and you're meeting people, naturally, you're going to smile because you're in a happy mood. So I want you to look at gratitude as a mood. You're in a grateful mood. If you're in a constant state of gratitude, constantly feeling that you're happy for what is to come, what has come, and what has left, and you're in this state of actually, you know what? I'm feeling like I'm moving with what I want. Fantastic. It's due to come. Number 3. This one, when it came to me, I was a bit like, oh, how do I explain this? But we'll go over it anyway. How to get anything you want. Number 3, focus. You see, I'm a massive believer that we need to connect the spiritual with the physical. We need to connect the spiritual with the practical. You see, if you want life to give you what you want, you need to be working and walking on that path to getting what you want. You see, I remember I was listening to a video once and I heard, let's forget about the law of attraction. Let's call it the law of Goya, meaning get off your ass. You see, if you want something from life, you need to be making movement towards it. You need to be walking and making steps towards what you want. You can't just be sitting down in your house praying that God, please give me this, universe, please give me this, and you're not doing nothing to move towards it. As my mom used to say to me growing up, son, you need to take a step in faith. So I'll give you an example. You see, I've always had a deep desire in my heart to want to open a trauma center. You know, a trauma center that works with young people that have gone through exploitation and violence through gang association. And this has been a deep heart desire of mine. You know, this is what I've wanted. You know what I mean? And what have I been doing to work towards it? I'm studying. I'm trying to get my qualification so I can actually be a registered therapist. Not only am I studying, I'm doing research that's in that state. Do you get what I mean? I'm walking and I'm working towards what it is that I want. Because when you want something from life, life needs to know that you want it. You know, it's very similar to that picture of when you're asking for something over and over again, they need to know that actually, you know what, this guy's being serious, you know, he wants it. The next part as well, to get what you want, number 4, is clarity. But you need to be clear on what you want. You can't be vague. When you know you want something, you know you want it. When a person is on the race and they're about to run and they're running for the finish line, they're very clear that they want to reach that finish line. You see, when you put your head up and you go on your marks, get set, go, and you start running as quick as you can, that is what you call clarity. You're very clear on what you want. You need to know what exactly it is that you're asking for. And then once you know what it is you're asking for, you focus on it. Once you focus on it, you go into this state of actually, you know what, anything is possible, I can get it. Life has done this for me, so why can't life do that for me? And then remember what I said, connection with yourself. You see, these are the 4 steps that I have found that works for me when I want to get something from life. You know, and I'm starting to get to that point in my journey, being honest with you on this video, where I don't even really ask anymore for anything. Like, you eventually come to this state in your journey when you keep on walking this path of you begin to trust that life will give you what it is you want when you need it for the best part of your development. I'm only making this video to kind of help people that aren't at that point yet of complete trust in the process of life. You see, I know that life is going to give me what I need. You know, I always make a joke and I say, if life can feed the birds, feed animals, why can't it feed me? You see, when you get to a state of receptivity where you begin to trust that life has your back because you are in relationship to it, because you are a part of it, you begin to know that anything that you want, if it's truly for your highest good, it will come. This is what you call complete trust and surrender in the process. You see, I've learned this, that life is something that once you begin to connect to it and it begins to show its face to you, the profound appreciation, gratitude, and love that you feel for it, it becomes a weird, beautiful relationship. Trust in the process. Trust in life. If you really know what you want and life is in agreement with it, it will be so. I promise you. I've seen this every single time in my life. Last thing that I want to share with you guys is to help you with everything that I've said. Create a statement of action. Write down on a piece of paper, I want this from life. Remind yourself regularly. Feel into it, as they say. These are the basics. But eventually, you stop using this stuff and it becomes embedded in you because you know that when you are in relationship with life and you are in love with life and life is in love with you, you will get what you want. Have a fantastic day and look after yourself.